In today's episode of Alpha Quick Tips, we'll take a look at how I set my camera up for capturing portraits. These are the very same settings that I use in my own work, and I believe they will help you to take some great photos. Sony's latest lineup of cameras makes the technical side of taking a portrait so easy, which frees you up to focus on the creative things that will make your work special. Here's how I set up my cameras anytime I'm capturing portraits, both in studio and on location. Everything I'm going to show you will be with my camera set to manual mode, as I want to have full control over everything my camera is doing. The first thing that you're going to want to do is to set your camera to capture images in RAW. This is going to give you the most flexibility to adjust your images in post-production programs like Lightroom or Photoshop. Right below that, you have the option of taking photos in compressed or uncompressed formats. In most situations, you won't see much of a difference between the two, but I typically shoot in uncompressed RAW in order to get the highest quality that the camera is able to produce. Keep in mind that these uncompressed files are usually much larger in size and will require you to have more storage space. The next feature that I adjust is the focus mode, which I set to AFC, which stands for Autofocus Continuous. This feature ensures that your camera is continuously focusing as your subject is moving from one pose to the next. No need to focus and recompose as most photographers would do when capturing photos with a DSLR, and that's thanks to the continuous autofocus being so accurate. Another thing you'll want to adjust is the focus area. I tend to keep mine set to wide area focus, which means that I can keep just about everything within the frame in focus no matter the composition. White balance is also something that you're going to want to get right in camera. For my studio work, I generally set my white balance to 5500 Kelvin since most studio flashes are set for a daylight temperature. If you're taking portraits outdoors, you can easily choose whatever preset works best based on the current shooting conditions. Keep in mind that if you're shooting in RAW, you can always make adjustments in post, but I recommend getting it as close as possible to what you want in camera to ensure that you get the shot. Lastly, I usually keep my drive mode set to single shooting. If you're in a situation where you have a subject that's moving around a lot, I recommend changing it to continuous shooting to give yourself a better chance of getting exactly what you want. Those are my settings that I have dialed in just about every time I'm taking portraits. How do you have your cameras set up for taking portraits? Have any questions about my setup? Leave them in the comment section below, and while you're there, be sure to subscribe to the Alpha Universe YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.